Hello my owls, I'm Athina and I'm grateful that you're here with me today. Today we are going to look at the month of April 2025. And we are going to do it like this. I will be reading the tarot cards first to look at what is going to happen in the month of April from the beginning, the middle and the end of the month. Then I will shuffle an oracle card that will give us more information or an advice for the month. Then I'll be reading you some charms that I got myself that will give us more information, more messages or advices for you. And after the charms, I will be shuffling two affirmations deck. One is a general affirmation and the other is an affirmation for work, so that you have some affirmations for your month ahead that you can use whenever you want to help you navigate through the month. So now let's start with how you can pick your group or groups. You can either choose by the color of the dice or the deck that I will be reading from. I will be showing you shortly the artwork of each deck, but please choose your deck not because of the artwork, but because you are drawn to the deck by your intuition and your gut feeling, not by the artwork. After I've showed you the groups, I will be leaving you for 1 minute so that you can meditate upon all the groups, so that you can really choose your group based on your intuition. And after that 1 minute meditation music, I will be playing a different tune for each group on my guitar, so that you can choose based on what you hear if you are more clairaudient than any other things and you like to choose based on a tone. So let's start with introducing you the groups. Group number 1 has the yellow dice, and this is the traditional manga tarot. Your random card for the artwork is the Hierophant. Pile number 2, you have the red dice, and your deck is the Modern Witch Tarot. Your random card for the artwork is the Hermit. Pile number 3, you have the orange dice, and your deck is the Radiant Rider-Waite. And your random card is the Chariot. Wow, we all got major arcana. So you can now meditate upon the groups and choose the one that you are the most drawn towards. I will leave you now for the meditation music, and I will be seeing you at your groups. See you later. number 1, you chose the traditional manga tarot and the yellow dice, and this is going to be your reading about the month of April 2025. I will be starting with your tarot cards, and I will be moving on to the oracle deck, then your charms, and then the affirmations for your week, for your month ahead. Spirit guides, what is going to happen at the beginning of the month of April for pile number 1? What is going to happen at the beginning of the month of April for pile number 1? Spirit guides, what is happening to pile number 1 at the beginning of the month, April 2025? What is going to happen at the middle of the month? What is going to happen at the end of the month? Can you see the cards? Good, the glare is not there. So, just so that you know, I'll be reading the cards from this guidebook here, the original Rider-Waite Key to Tarot, written by A.E. White himself, the one that created the Rider-Waite deck. Because I used two guidebooks, one for predictions, this one is here for the predictions, and another one for... Sorry for the little cut in the video, but my mother came into my room and wanted something from me, so so what was I? Yes, I use another guidebook for normal readings and this one for predictions. So that's how I make my reading style. And that's why I can't remember the keywords nor what the cards mean. That's why I need to use them all the time. Just for those that are wondering. So we have the Three of Pentacles for the beginning of the month. I'm searching for the Pentacles. I'm sorry. No. Swords. Pentacles here. So, Three of Pentacles. A sculptor at his work in a monastery. Divinatory meanings: vocation, trade, skilled labor, usually, however, regarded as a card of nobility, aristocracy, renown, glory. So, at the beginning of the month of April, you are going to be working hard on whatever you are dedicated towards, like a vocation. You may work in trade, as it said here that this is a card regarded of nobility and aristocracy, since we mostly don't have that anymore in the modern day age, with some exceptions, of course. I see this as you are getting recognized for your work, because it did say here renown and glory. So you are going to be known for your work and have that glory in the beginning of the month, of course. That's one of the things that's going to happen in the month of April, because a lot of things happen, and this is one thing that is highlighted by spirit guides, by your spirit guides. So moving on to the Ten of Swords, that is in the middle of the month. It says here, a prostrate figure pierced by all the swords belonging to the card. And it came in reversed. So reversed is advantage, profit, success, favor, but none of these are permanent. Also power and authority. So you are going to see the advantages, the profit of the success of the hard work that you have put into in the beginning of the month. You're going to be in favor, but those are not permanent. It means that things will change, and it is kind of a warning that you should not grasp onto this too hard, because and think that it's always going to be like this. Things will change, as it always does in work and in life. You will have your highs and you will have your lows. So you are going to enter your high in April, in the beginning of April and in the middle of April, but it will have a switch, a swift, a change. English is not Englishing today. But it could also mean that if you have you work under someone, like they will show you their power and authority, or something important is for you to show your power and authority and stand your ground. It could go either way. I'm not sure exactly how power and authority are going to come up, but I can see the movement from the Three of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, from your hard work into the success and the profit, but this not being permanent, because nothing in life is permanent. Everything changes. So now on to the end of your month, and then again, this is just showing you one part of the month, something that they wanted to highlight, your spirit guides. A lot of things happen in life, and in a month, so don't be too sad if you get something bad or something that you don't like. It's just one thing, and you should not let that one thing determine everything. So here, 10 of Wands. A man oppressed by the weight of the 10 days which he is carrying. Divinatory meaning, a card of many significance, and some of the readings cannot be harmonized. I set aside that which connects it with honor and good faith. It is oppression simply, but it is also fortune gain and any kind of success of these things. It is also a card of false seeming, disguised perfidy, whatever that means. The place which the figure is approaching may suffer from the rods that he carries. Success is certified if the Nine of Swords follows, and if it is a question of lawsuit, there will be certain loss. Kind of a predicament, I have to say here, because this old English is a little bit much for me. English is not my first language. So let me see, what could this mean? So there may be a little bit of oppression where you are carrying a weight into the city, and the city may weigh down from this. This could either mean that you are carrying I don't know, that an example came up to my mind is like, you are a mother or a father in your home, and you come home, but you brought work with you, because it is a lot. And so instead of being home with your spouse and your children, you sit on the table and work, and you don't have time. So your home and family will suffer from not being able to spend time with you. Like, maybe this is a way of this. And if you are, and if English is your first language, maybe you understood what I was reading from, and you know what this 10 of Wands means. I'm sorry I came to the mic, but I certainly am at a loss because I did not understand the English. Yeah, there will be success, yes, of course, but it is at the loss of something. Yeah. So that's the things that were highlighted about the month of April for you. I'm going to put your tarot cards now up here. You may not see them because of the glare. And I will move on to your oracle card. By the way, all cards and decks are linked in the description if you want to have a look at them, just so you know. There are also links to my socials. I try to keep it as updated as I can and post things there, but I do have university, and so my studies have priorities. I'm so sorry. But yeah, let's see. Please read, guys. What else does pile number 1 need to know about the month of April 2025? Or what? What? That was fast. We have thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve with number 14. I'm sorry, I'm not the number. I don't know much about numerology, so you have to. Hopefully, you are one that knows about it, or you can Google it. But take everything you Google it with a grain of salt. And then you also have number 3, Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. So pile number 1, the number 14 I have to read out loud because I don't get this card a lot, so I have no idea what it's talking about. This one I know. So thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. This right here is the ultimate card of celebration, not just of yourself. You're amazing though, but of those around you. When you're done putting on your crown each and every morning, go and help someone else put on theirs. You have so much love and wisdom to spread, so don't waste it. Self-love is essential, but community is important too. So it's like after you've celebrated yourself, after you have spoken your affirmations to gain confidence, whatever, maybe go help someone else do the same for them, and you do it for them, because it's so nice if you can cheer on someone else. They will feel so happy that they have someone that cheered for them. And I see this, for example, with my fellow friends of the VTuber community. We always congratulate each other when they have their birthdays or when they achieved a new milestone. And it's so beautiful. The energy is so great. They are so supportive, and I love this. And I give them, of course, I supported them back as well. They don't know what I'm doing here. Some do. But it's also nice when I get support from them when I am writing a fan fiction. But that's beside the point. I just want to give an example of how nice it could feel when you cheer someone on and you see how happy they get because you congratulated them, or because you cheered on them and said that they can do this because they are amazing and so on. This feeling is one of the greatest out there because you are sharing your love with someone else as well. Number 3, Tower. Unplug and relax for a spell. You have been working really hard, number 1, and this card is here to remind you that sometimes you need to unplug a little bit from social media, whatever it is, and just relax a little bit. You can do a spell if you are into spells, or you just can do some things that you do for your self-care. It doesn't even have to be putting on a mask on your face or having this bubble bath. It can be just watching your favorite movie, your favorite comfort series, listening to your favorite songs, painting or drawing just for the fun, just to relax, just for you to be with yourself again. That's what I'm getting from this card here. Now let's move on to your charms. There are, by the way, here in, and I'm not looking, so I'm not seeing what I'm grabbing. I'm just So you got, I have also the astro dice. By the way, I'm bad with astrology. I will have to look the astro dice up. But we have Jupiter in Pisces. We just left Pisces season, and we are in Aries season for a bit, and later on we will go to the Taurus season. So happy birthday to all of the Aries and the Tauruses. I'm an Aries myself, so it's our time, guys. So Pisces, Jupiter in Pisces. Let's see, Google, my friend. What does this mean? I hope that this is Jupiter. And Jupiter. It is. So, Jupiter in Pisces. It says here spiritual abundance. For those with Jupiter in Pisces, or this one, it means that there's growth and luck coming through compassion, intuition, and spiritual connection. These placements foster a deep sense of empathy, and individuals often find fulfillment by helping others or engage in creative and mystical pursuits. And there's something else. Jupiter in Pisces is another sign. It brings a more spiritual and compassionate energy. These individuals are intuitive, empathic, and often drawn to helping others. They may have a strong belief and deep connection to their spirituality. And if I'm not mistaken, I do have Jupiter in Pisces, so that's me. Maybe you also have Jupiter in Pisces, or this is a message for you to be more compassionate with everyone else, to trust your intuition, that your spiritual connection is going to be a little bit more stronger. And yeah, so you also got the dragonfly here. I do have to look up because I forgot dragonfly. Spiritual meaning. The common metaphysical meaning of a dragonfly is transformation, change, new beginnings, or a fresh start. Well, we are in Aries season, and Aries is the beginning of the new zodiac year, so it is kind of the new beginning and a fresh start. So you are starting something fresh. There may be things that are going to be changing in the month of April. You may go through a transformation. Let's see, as a totem or a spirit animal. This idea is found in many cultures in the world. As a spirit animal, the dragonfly represents having the wisdom and resilience to adapt to change. Because the dragonfly changes form throughout its life, it represents becoming your true self through transformation. So you are going to adapt yourself to those changes, because we are kind of getting into the dragonfly energy. Or the dragonfly spirit is going to be helping you out. So there is transformation happening, changes are happening, but you are going to be able to adapt it like the dragonfly does. And you have here the little heart. Like it's again connecting to that being compassionate with others, showing your love to others and yourself, of course. Doing what you love is also coming through. Yeah, that's it for your charms. Put them here so you can watch it. So now I'm going to pull an affirmation, a general affirmation that you can use throughout the month of April if you want to. They are a little bit on the funny side, so I hope that this can light up your mood as well. So let's see which affirmation would be the most helpful for pile number one's month of April. You've got wonder. It's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder, and when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. You also got letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happen. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. And then I'm going to pull some affirmations the same way as these ones are funny. These ones are too, but they are work related. So I hope which affirmations will be the most helpful for pile number one's month of April 2025, so that they can navigate through their work or school stuff this week, guys. Which affirmations will be the most helpful for pile number one's month of April? These ones were jumping out. It's a lot, but maybe you need them all. Participation. Rather than taking a passive backseat to what's going on around me, I seize the reins of initiative and participate. With my effort and influence, problems are fixed more quickly than normal, and my complaints magically turn into proactive solutions, as well as a nice stash of ammo for that "can I have a raise" conversation. Ha! Let's go. And you also have unflappability. I think it's how you pronounce it. I'm an unflappable goddess when my work is critiqued. When I receive criticism, I hear the feedback, accept what I need to change, then wipe from my memory any harsh words, tones, implications, or brazenly obvious eye rolls. I'm totally impervious to anything that would make the average person feel judged or insulted. Got that, you condescending dummy who can kill my spirit? Ha! I love it. I love this deck so much. You also got follow through. I turbo boost my stamina and activate the power of commitment, enjoying the satisfaction that comes with following through on everything I start. This week, everything is getting the follow through treatment. No missed deadlines, no forgot email threads, no sitting around here while there is a perfectly good happy hour going on right now across the street. Show some commitment, people. By the way, as I read satisfaction, in my mind I've started to hear the song Satisfaction. It's like, what is it? The genre, kind of electric genre. I don't know if this is a song that you like, but yeah, maybe this is a message for someone. Then you also got collaboration. I take pride in my role as a good collaborator and look for opportunities to help support my colleagues' ideas rather than dismiss them outright. Oh, it does fit with thorns. I fill my readings with yeses and ands, and I celebrate the constructive power they have over buts and ors. Unless I work for a company that makes cigarettes and boats, in which case buts and rs would be, oh, never mind. I English is not that bad. It's not that good, so I don't understand this joke, but maybe you do. Then you have a bonus message, balance. Burning the candle at both ends, that might give you double the ambience and twice the scent of young, I don't know. But you can't keep up that kind of energy evaporation forever. Ooh, it plays in with the tower here. This card is reminding you to sprinkle some balance into your work-life recipe. When's the last time you ate a good meal? Spent time with old friends? Set foot outside? Then touch grass? If you're working so hard your tank is empty, then you're not really doing your job any favors. So take a moment to stop and smell the young. I don't know how to pronounce this. Your full-time sanity will thank you. So pile number 1, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that you liked it. I hope that it was of help. I wish you a beautiful month of April, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye! Pile number 1, you chose the Modern Witch Tarot and Direct Dice, and this is going to be your reading about the month of April 2025. So as I said in the intro, I will be starting with the tarot cards to look at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month with things that your spirit guides want to highlight to you. It's not everything that's going to happen in the month of April. Of course, there are more things. There's in a month a lot of things happen, but this is just something that your spirit guides want to highlight to you. Afterwards, I will be going to do the oracle card to give more messages, then your charms and the affirmations for you. Know that all decks that I'm using are linked in the description if you want to have a look at them and know how they are called and whatever. My socials are also linked in the description if you want to follow me on other platforms. I try to update there as much as I can, but I do have any university, so my studies have priorities, so I'm not able to always post something on there. Try to do it as best as I can. So yeah, let's get started. Please read us what does pile number 2 needs to know about the month of April 2025. What is going to happen at the beginning of the month? You know, 1 card for each section, please. So for the beginning of the month, what does pile number 2 thinks? For the middle of the month of April, what does pile number 3 need to know about the month of April? For the middle of the month of April 2025, what does pile number 2 need to know? What is going to be? I said 1 card for each section. What does pile number 2 need to know about the middle of the month of April 2025 with 1 card only? This one's the one that fell first. So, please be guided before the end of the month of April 2025. What does pile number 2 need to know? What is going to happen? Yes. Okay, I see. Those 2 need to be 2. Hello my house, here is Athina speaking from the future. As I was editing my videos, I thought that my mic cut off at this moment throughout your group and the whole of group 3's, so I have to voice this over. I am sorry for this inconvenience, but my mic just lost all its battery and I did not perceive it. I will have to check on it later. So I will have to voice this over. I will watch the video to see what is going on. I don't remember everything that I've said, so I apologize if there's something going to miss. I will try my best to read the cards as I did on the actual video, but yeah, some things are just now lost forever. So let's get started with the actual video. You will hear now probably in the background the last bit of what I've said. So I made an exception here and took the devil with the 8 of swords, and now I'm going to take on and I will hide now the people on the devil because you cannot show this on YouTube. And now I should probably be taking upon the book, or I was drinking water, I don't know, it's taking some time. Yeah, now I took the book. Now I'm explaining that I read predictions with the Rider-Waite Key to Tarot by A.E. White, the one that created the Rider-Waite Smith decks for predictions, and because I use another guidebook for the other readings, I was explaining here that because I use the two guidebooks have different meanings, so I tend to not remember the meanings of each of everything. That's why I read everything out loud from the guidebook, because it's just impossible to remember. So I am now looking for the meanings of the card, and while I'm doing this on the video, I'm doing this here as well. So, here. So, starting with the world in reverse, it means inertia, fixity, stagnation, permanence. It will be seen that except where there is an irresistible suggestion conveyed by the surface. I'm just going to start now. Oopsie. Inertia, fixation, stagnation, permanence. It will be seen that except where there is an irresistible suggestion conveyed by the surface, meaning that which is extracted from the trans major by the divinatory art is at once artificial and arbitrary, as it seems to me in the highest degree, but of one order are the mysteries of light, and of another are those of fantasy. The allocation of fortune-telling aspect to these cards is the story of a prolonged impertinence. And I was getting confused by the meaning of the card. So you see me, I'm going back now to the world cards, because this was a part where it says additional meanings. And then I started to read the world from this point on, and I just got nothing at all, because at this pages it just explains how the card looks like, not what it means when it's in reverse. So I'm going to spare you that long talk and read of this thing. If you're interested, you can of course pause the video and read it yourself. But yeah, what I came up afterwards, let me just take the book. out of the way. I'm so sorry that you have to sit on me voicing myself over this video. Now I can make some funny comments over myself. Okay, so I got back. I found out that, yeah, I have no idea what I should do. And then I started to understand that the world card here means that you are fixated on something, but that something has come to an end. And you should be let it go because you are stagnant. And I think now I perceive that there was something showing on the word card. So yeah, you are fixated on something, and this is making you stagnant. You are not able to move forward. And now that I know what it was meant now, I don't know what I was saying here at this point in time. I hope that I will show up the book again so that I know when I can read up the Two of Swords like I did in the video. But currently it's a little bit on the... What was I explaining for so long? Man, this is painful. This is actually painful. I don't know what I was talking about. Everything is lost. Oh, I see. I'm looking at the book right now, and I have still not found the Two of Swords. There. 3, 2 of Swords here. Okay. So it does not look like I have the book in front so I'm going just to say that the Two of Swords in reverse means imposture, falsehood, duplicity, and disloyalty. So I was thinking that this could go two ways. Either there is someone in your life that is being disloyal, that is showing a two-faced and is not telling the truth, or this is you being disloyal, having a two-faced, or hiding the truth. I don't know who this is exactly, and so I will state that it could go either way, either you or someone else. You have to figure it out for yourself who this is talking about. Now I'm reading the Eight of Swords. Oops. Let me go back and read it. A woman bound and hooded winged with the swords of the card about her. Divinatory meanings: bad news, violent charging, crisis, censor, power in tremors, conflict, calumny, and also sickness. What also came up now that I know with the devil is, you could say that the end of April there is something going to be a little bit more violent. I don't know if this is physical or if this is in a voiced way, but it's like while I was doing the reading, I didn't feel like something bad was going to happen. It felt more. Now I'm reading the devil. I'm going to spare you this. I'm just going to explain, because it's just basically explaining what's on the card. You can read it. You can pause the video and read it yourself if you wanted to. But what the reading actually was talking about is that there is not some good news coming your way, something a little bit more violent, but like it's just one thing that was highlighted by the cards. It's not something that is going to be happening throughout the whole month, but it's like, how do you say this? I also didn't feel anything bad was going to happen, so I was more like, there's a crisis coming where you are going to be like all over the place. Like it's going to feel like you went through some violence, but it's nothing like this at all. Because I was really not feeling anything violent happening, just probably just crisis, and it feeling like you were put into a ringer, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know what exactly I'm talking about right now in the video. I'm so sorry that you have to... Well, you get basically now with me from the future, you basically get this summarization of the words I was trying to put into while doing the reading. It's kind of bad that I don't remember what I was saying. I wish I could like voice it over like I was doing the reading right now, and it feeling like it was not a voiceover. But I guess this is not going to happen. Now you have to hang out with my silly self and watch the video in silence, because I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. My hand is not moving, so I'm really into it. Huh? But yeah, now that I'm watching this, do you see the candle that it's going like really wild? I feel like, now that I'm here, it feels like your month of April is going to be a bit... Oh, okay, we are finished with the tarot portion, and now I'm going to pick up the oracle cards to get some more messages and advices for you. Yeah, I'm shuffling here. I'm sorry that you don't hear the shuffling. Kind of bad. So I was trying to get 1 or 2 cards from this deck. The first one is gray endings are inevitable with the number 37. So I wanted to get 1 more card, but you got 2 more cards, or what was it? 3 more cards, I think, but they were needed. So you got red with the number 10, forgive, is speaking right now at me. And for flower with the number 17, be honest with yourself. And I remember that for red and for flower, I read the guidebook. And I think also for gray. I think you got really good cards that I wanted to read out loud from the guidebook. So I'm probably picking up the guidebook right now and searching now I was drinking water and now I'm picking up the guidebook to read it out loud. Good thing that I show this on screen so I can read what it's written there. Gray. Endings are inevitable. As humans, we tend to see things in black and white, forgetting to account for all the gray in between. There's someone in your life who's begun to fade away, or maybe they're gone altogether now. Don't fight it. Real relationships are not same as the fairy tales we know and love. There are not neat and tidy bows to tie things up at the end, leaving you satisfied. Acceptance isn't easy, but it's a thing you need to work toward. I was too slow. The last sentence was, we create our own closure. It's because I was talking there that in human relationships, sometimes our relationships don't end with all having a talk and saying our goodbyes. That sometimes it's like an abrupt ending, and we have to accept that this is going to happen and try to search for our own closure, for our own ending. I was then mentioning that this has a connection to the workout, because you were holding on to something that was making you stagnant, and it was that you could not let go that something ended, because the workout is at the end of the major arcana. So I was probably here explaining now this what I told you just now. Just that now with my knowledge, I can summarize it faster and not be talking on forever. So sorry. Now I'm going to read out Red, Forgive. You've been holding a grudge against somebody in your life. Maybe it's a loved one, or maybe it's yourself. This isn't a card telling you that you must learn to practice forgiveness. No, forgive them on your own terms, if and when you feel ready to do so. This is simply a nudge for you to consider whether that time is the present. Don't let forgiveness feel like an obligation, but like a shiny red hope that gets you through your sleepless late nights. I'm sorry for my Tamagotchi. So yeah, I was talking now about that. You don't have to forgive that person right now. You can take the first step into thinking of how you can forgive them. And then I was talking about the 5 stages of grief, where acceptance is a part of it, and also forgiveness. That first you are angry and so on, and then you're sad, and then you accept it and forgive. And just do it on your own time when you feel ready. Flower. Be honest with yourself. We do ourselves a major disservice when we aren't truthful with ourselves. There's something you know to be true, yet you continue to ignore it. Lying to yourself may feel like the easiest thing to do, but things have changed. It's time for you to face reality, even if it makes you uncomfortable. No matter the outcome, it won't be nearly as bad as you think. And this is true. Our brains sometimes make up the worst possible outcomes for certain things, and at the end it never happens. So I was talking about that maybe you should use your brain to find solution to the problems that you are coming up with when they are not there, so that you can make it better. And then there was also like what was it? Trying to come up with the best outcome ever. Instead of thinking of the worst possible outcome, try to think of the best possible outcome so that you can manifest it even into your life. But you should stop lying with yourself, because it is not to do you any good. So be honest with yourself. Yeah, so I am now going to be reading your charms. The charms are in this bag, and I did not look. I was looking outside the window. I'm pointing at the window that's on my left. So I really didn't see what was coming out. Yeah, now you don't even hear the charms. I'm so sorry. It's one of the best noises that I have. So you got from the Astro dice the number 2 or the second house. Then we have the belief and blessed are together, and I told that you should believe that you are blessed so that you can make this come into your life. I don't know what else I was talking about, belief and blessed. And then I pick up the butterfly that unwritten is created for you. So the situation that is going on was created for you so that you can transform yourself, because the butterfly means transformation. From a caterpillar, it goes to the butterfly. So that's why I was talking that it's created for you. Then you have imagine the best possible outcome. Use your imagination for something good. And it came out near the dolphin, so I said that you should imagine a dolphin being there for you, because the dolphin is quite a playful animal. And I'm not sure, but I think at one point I do pick up my iPad to read upon what the dolphin spirit animal means. But I was talking here about imagining the dolphin being there with you, that you are not alone. To imagine being a little bit more playful, so that you can feel the playfulness as if it was true, because you can trick your brain into thinking that something is true. So if you think of a sad scenario, you will start to feel sad and even cry. And I've done this multiple times while I was thinking of fan fictions. And I would feel really sad because I was imagining as it was myself. Here I'm talking about something, I don't know exactly, I don't remember, while holding the other charm in my hand. I'm really sorry, I really don't remember what I was talking about here. Then we have the little girl. This could be either you or someone else. Like it could be you or this loyal person. There could be a female that likes to wear a ponytail or a dress. Later on, I also got the message as if maybe you should meet up a friend and talk with them, like just having a little bit fun with them from all the happenings that's going on. You could talk to them, maybe they have some advice for you to give. Yeah. Now I'm picking up the iPad to look up something. I don't remember what exactly I was looking up first. I was looking up the second house. The second house is about how you manage your money, how you manage your finances, and stuff like this. So I was just talking about maybe you are having a transit right now in the second house. Planets going there and making like highlighting the how to make money, how to save your finances and stuff like this. And I was now showing the second house is also nicknamed the house of possessions, and as the name suggests, it plays a significant role in shaping your material and financial life. The second house provides insight into how a person acquires values and manages their resources. Hold on, did I mess up? Did I not look for the dolphin? Yeah, nope. So I was drinking some water and picked up the affirmation card. The general affirmation that is going to help you with something throughout the month. You can use it as a fun affirmation because it does have kind of humor, and then I was talking about that the next one is for work related stuff, and this you can use it throughout the whole month, or like ending the reading on a better note. So now I got the cards. Good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper, but they will show up when the time is just right, and that's when I remember how much fun it is to be surprised. So yeah, you can just use this as, even if things are hard right now, just remember that good things are coming your way. Use this to move through this difficult time right now. And then I was pointing again onto the believe and blessed, that you should believe that you are blessed and that those blessings are coming your way. Now I am going to search for the dolphin. I hope that I synchronized this right, because I did have to go back for a bit. But the dolphin spirit animal has many qualities and strong symbolism. It generally represents peace and harmony. The animal of the seas and oceans is joyful, graceful, compassionate, intelligent, generous, and protective. It also symbolizes cooperation and freedom. In the spiritual world, whales and dolphins represent balance between introspection and outward connection, between deep wisdom and playful joy. These creatures are often seen as guides to help us reconnect with our true selves, navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and grace. So basically what the dolphin charm there is about is that there is going to be peace and harmony again. That the dolphin spirit is going to be guiding you back to, so that you can reconnect to your true self, as well as it will help you navigate through this difficult time that you are going through probably in April. And it will also help you gain the wisdom. And now I'm going to pick up the work affirmation. Work affirmation, or you could also say that it is school related, and I was shuffling and a few cards flew out. So the first card is limits. It's fun to be a yes person, but not when the yes are maybe responsible for you suddenly having no time, patience, will to live. It's time to exercise your right to set boundaries and declare limits on how much responsibility you can take on. Yes, you are sometimes allowed to say no, and no that won't make anyone claw your eyes out. You know what you can handle, and nothing is going to fall apart if nobly admit you've noticed you're not able to add another unopened note to your novel of notifications now. So I was trying, in the original video, I was trying to read all the no's as no, but it didn't come out right. So I just tried to read it now as normal. But yeah, it looks like that you should be learning how to say no throughout this month of April. It's going to do you good if you do that, so that you have time, patience, and will to live again, basically. Then we have modesty. I am willing to be wrong. I'm willing to not know all the answers. I'm even willing to admit to my boss that I screwed up. Behind all this humility is the me that knows it's better to be modest than to be a die-hard, try-hard, know-it-all. Isn't that mature and gracious of me? You're welcome. I really love these cards. They are so funny. They tickle my funny bone. And then you have enthusiasm. When I have to make spreadsheets, sit in a long meeting with no coffee, or do anything else I don't like, I dig deep and find a way to be enthusiastic about it. The difference between having to do something and getting to do it is all in my perspective, which means I suppose that I have to adopt a positive outlook. Damn it. This is also really a funny card. It also tickles my funny bone. The last one is a bonus message: balance. Burning the candle at both ends, that might give you double the ambience and twice the kind of yang. Hopefully I pronounce it okay. But you can't keep up that kind of energy evaporation forever. This card is reminding you to sprinkle some balance into your work life recipe. What's the last time you ate a good meal, spent time with old friends, set foot outside? If you're working so hard your tank is empty, then you are not really doing your job any favor. So take a moment to stop and smell the yang. Your full-time sanity will thank you. So pile number 2, this is everything that I have for you. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I wish you all the best for the month of April, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye. Hi, pile number 3. You chose the, what was it, orange dice and the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. Yeah, don't worry, your YouTube is not broken. The black screen is currently right because I'm speaking from the future. Hi. I am the one editing the video right now, and I saw that in the middle of pile number 2's reading, my microphone cut off because the battery was gone, and so I had to voice over pile number 2's rest of the reading, and now I have to voice over your whole reading as well. So this is a little warning that this is a voiceover. I'm watching the video with you right now. I remember half of what I have said in the reading, and everything else is gone basically. So there will be unfortunately some missing messages, but I will try my best to voice as good as I can, so that you can have everything that you missed. But yeah, you will probably hear now some side comments from myself now from the future, talking about how I am talking too much and don't remembering what I'm talking so much, because now I am able to summarize most of the things that came through the reading. And so there is not really a lot to talk over what I have said. But yeah, let's get started with the actual video. I was not happy. Not a happy camper that I have to voice it. Hello, everyone. Yeah, you chose the right radiant white Rider Smith Tarot. This is your reading. I'm starting with the tarot cards. Afterwards, I'm going to use the oracle cards and so on and so forth. If it's of interest to you, all cards are linked in the description. So you can go there if one of the cards that I'm using is of interest to you. You also find my social medias there. So I try to post there as often as I can, but I do have university, so my studies take priority. So I will be unable to post a lot. And yeah, you find a lot of things in the description. If you go there to read a little bit, find information about myself, the decks I use, the timestamps, my social media, and yeah. So and now I'm going to look at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month with the cards. I tried to pick only one card, but your group was kind of special. You got 2 cards at the beginning of the month and 2 cards at the end of the month. Oh no, I spoiled. So sorry. Maybe you didn't want to be spoiled, but hey, I'm a psychic. I know what is happening in the future. I'm so sorry. So you got the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Pentacles upright. Then you got the Five of Swords for the middle of the month. And you got the Four of Swords and the Ten of Wands upright for the end of the month. So I'm now drinking some water because my throat was already drying up from the reading from pile 1 and 2. And now I pick up the book. The guidebook that I'm using, the original Rider-Waite Key to Tarot, written by A.E. White himself, the one that made the Rider-Waite Smith deck. You see on the cards that it's based on the Rider-Waite Smith. It's the radiant one because the colors are a little bit more saturated, a little bit more stronger. I like it more than the original. But yeah, I use this guidebook for predictions. And I have another guidebook that I use for all the other readings. Because both books have different meanings to the cards. And I cannot remember the meanings for the love of me. So I read basically all my cards from the guidebook so that I don't mix anything together. And this book here in specific is for predictions only. So this is my prediction booklet because it does have the divinatory meaning, and divination means looking into the future, and that's what I was explaining now. So I am now searching for the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm still searching there, but I have already found it now here in the future. So, the King of Pentacles. The figure casts for no special description. The face is rather dark, suggesting, no, I was reversed. Yeah. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Vice, weakness, ugliness, perversity, corruption, peril. So this is either someone or in your life. But I went to look at the Four of Pentacles to see what this means together. The a crowded figure with a pentacle over his crown clasps another with hands and arms. 2 pentacles are under his feet. Divinatory meaning the surety of possession, cleaving to what which one has, gifts, legacy, inheritance. So the I was a little bit stumped upon the King of Pentacles. Like that person is you should, if this is someone, because I was wondering if this was you representing you or someone else in your life. At the end I figured it out, it was someone else that is envious of you. They may show a lot of weakness. They may make self-deprecating jokes on their looks, their weakness. They may be also they speak before they think, meaning all their perversity thoughts come out. They may also be really corrupt, and I came to the conclusion that you with the 4 of Pentacles, you are someone that is really gifted, someone that is going to leave a legacy behind, and you may be getting an inheritance at the beginning of April. This other person may be envious and jealous of you because of that, because they are unbalanced and see only the bad thing about themselves, and they don't want someone else to be better off than them. So that's basically the summary of the 2 cards, and I was here a little bit struggling to understand why those 2 cards came out together. I got it at the end. And now, because I am from the future and I know what has happened in the reading, I'm now a little bit ahead of myself from the video. So now I have to speak over this silence. So, yes, and I could also find the 5 of Swords already. So I'm ready for the 5 of Swords. Because for reasons unknown to myself, I did not show the book into the video while I was reading, so I could know when I am starting to read so that I could voice it over perfectly. But I guess you cannot have everything in life. So I'm probably searching after 5 of Swords, and I found it. A disdainful man looks after 2 retreating and dejected figures. There are 2 swords lie upon the ground. He carries 2 others on his left shoulder and a 3rd sword in his right hand, pointing to earth. He is the master in possession of the field. Divinatory meaning degradation, destruction, reversal, infamy, dishonor, and loss. So something may be destroyed. You may find that there is some sort of loss. You may feel like you are getting like a dishonor. It could be work related, because I was getting that feeling that things were like a little bit more work related in your reading. But it's like this is just the whole reading is, the cards are just highlighting one of the things that is going to happen throughout the month. The month is a long time. A lot of things can happen in just 1 month, and this is just one thing that spirit guides are just trying to show you that you should be aware of. So yeah, there may be something that you have built is going to be destroyed. You will feel that loss. Maybe even a feeling of you were dishonored. It could tie to what was happening in the beginning of the month. Yeah. Now I'm speaking and explaining, and I don't remember what exactly that was. So let's just enjoy my hands waving around, me speaking about something that I have no idea what it is. So, what am I doing? Am I reading already the Four of Swords? I don't think so. I'm talking about the Five of Swords, probably. Because I keep looking at the guidebook and trying to figure out what it could mean. Yeah. No clue what the whole lot I was talking here. I'm so sorry. Pile number 3 that you have to go through this. That we lost everything. Hope you're doing well. I'm sorry that you heard something. That was my Tamagotchi. I forgot to mute it while doing this voiceover. Now the Four of Swords. Hallelujah. We are going backwards, as I was saying. I'm sorry, it's still my Tamagotchi. The Five of Swords, and we are going to the Four of Swords, like going backwards. Then the effigy of a knight in the attitude of prayer, at full length upon his tomb. Vigilance, retreat, solitude, hermit, repose, exile, tomb, and coffin. And so, what I was getting at with the Four of Swords is that probably at the end of the month of April, you are going to retreat yourself. You are going to reflect. You are going to get into hermit modus and reassess your situation. And sorry, let me just take care of my Tamagotchi. So you are going to reflect back. And you also got the 10 of Wands, which pile number 1 also got at the end of the month. And the 10 of Wands, I'm looking what the 10 of Wands means. Let's see. Yeah, I am. A man opposed by the weight of the 10 staffs, which he is carrying. Divinatory meaning. A card of many significance, and some of the readings cannot be harmonized. I set aside that which connects it with honor and good faith. It is oppression simply, but is also fortune, gain, and any kind of success of these things. It also a card of false seeming, disguise, periphery. The place which the figure is approaching may suffer from the rods that he carries. Success is stultified if... Nope, we don't have that Nine of Swords there. But I was basically then explaining what I said to pile number 1 to explain, how can this weight affect the place they are going to. Like, for example, you are a parent and you come home with more work from work because you didn't finish it there, and you focus on your work and you don't have time for your spouse or your kids, and so they will feel the weight of not having you near them or you not having time for them. And also they will feel the weight of the things that you are carrying because they see how hardworking you are, and that you are even working outside of working hours, and this is tiring. They can see how much this weighs on you, and so it weighs on them too. But you are going to probably reflect, reevaluate, and go into hermit modus to be able to succeed again. Because success was also mentioned in the 10 of Wands. But it is a little bit at the loss of something. So I put the book away because I was finishing off the part of the tarot cards I don't know what I was saying here. Now I'll push it away so that I can take on the oracle card. And if I remember correctly, I read the guidebook for all cards that you got, because the cards were really beautiful and really good, and I really loved the guidebook from this deck. So I decided to read all the 4 cards that came out for you. So you will be having like a reading session with me. You got Spaceship, Don't Be Afraid to Sing, with the number 43. You also have 38, Villain, You Can Always Rewrite the Story. Then you have number 22, Library, Take Control of Your Own Narrative. And the last but not least, you got number 36, Gold, You Don't Need Someone Else to Fix You. But I do have the guidebook here with me, so in case I don't show the guidebook in front of the camera to read out loud, I will, reading session. But I'm going to drink some water because my throat was giving me a hard time. It's still giving me right now because I'm talking a lot. So we will start with Spaceship. I'm searching for the thing. Spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. You've been made to believe that your voice, that your unique point of view in this world isn't worth very much. Let me tell you, that couldn't be further from the truth. Your words are worth all the stars in the night sky, so don't forget to sing whenever you have the chance. Your voice is powerful enough to sink a dozen spaceships. So, and I was talking now about a song that this reminded me of, called Brave by Sarah Bareilles, I think it's how you pronounce her name. But in this song, it talks about speaking out for yourself, and telling everyone what you really mean, and so forth. And I did remember the song named Brave, but I did forget about the person that sang. So I think I will be putting the book down. No, maybe. Am I mixing your group with someone else's group? Yeah, I don't know, because I really don't remember the reading. Now basically I'm voicing this over on the same day I did the reading, just that I did the reading in the morning and now it's afternoon. Yeah. So I was talking about speaking up for yourself. I hope that though it was not this group, so I was pie number 1, but hey, you can also listen to the music. Then Villain, you can always rewrite the story. A hard truth to swallow. Sometimes our villains win. However, that doesn't mean you should give up or lose all hope. It just means that it's time to rewrite the story and keep going. It can be incredibly freeing and empowering to reclaim yourself after a personal tragedy. And I was already going to the next, because I thought the two would suit each other well. Library, take control of your own narrative. Someone else is trying to call the shots in your life. They think they can waltz in and control your every move. You need to say no to their manipulation. It might seem tempting to relinquish control, but if you give someone else power over your narrative, chaos will ensue, and it will be all in their favor, not yours. The stories inside of you make you a library on the verge of bursting, but only if you're the one to pick up the pen. So the villain has won, but you can rewrite the story. You have the power to make the life that you want. and not have anyone say that you should live your life in a certain way. Something about grip, I think. I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but basically you have the control over your own life. And then I went to read the goat. Gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. Someone is trying to convince you that you're broken beyond repair, unless you accept their helping hand, of course. If someone offers to fix some part of you, it's not because they're being selfless or kind. They know that you're in a vulnerable place and they want to make you entirely dependent on them. Tell them no, thank you. You've known exactly how to put the gold in your own cracks. I'm just explaining here that this is a Japanese form of thing that if a pottery, a vase or a cup breaks, they have their means to put the pieces back together, glue them, and then they put a gold onto those cracks and they make like something new. So really saying that you are not broken, that you don't need someone to fix you. You can fix yourself, but you're not broken. Maybe you're a bit rough on the edges, but this is not something tragic. And know that you don't need someone else to help you. You can help yourself. You can take control of your own life. You can write, even if something bad has happened, you can choose to pick yourself up again and write a beautiful story of your life right now and move forward with new things. I don't remember exactly what I was saying here. But I do know that after this comes your charms. I'm just reading up. So I was talking about something, but I forgot what it is. But just know that you have the power to speak your truth, to stand up for yourself, to create the life that you want, and that you don't need someone else to help you fix yourself, because you can do this on your own. Because there is nothing really broken about you, just maybe a little rough on the edges. So I'm not going to look at the charms. I pointed to the left because I'm looking outside my window while I'm picking out your charms. So you've got Neptune in the 5th house. You got charms that came out in pile number 1, the dragonfly. In pile number 2 got the dolphin and imagine. So I said that you're maybe a mixture of both piles, but your astral types were different from those two groups. Now I did not know what planet this was. So I was looking, what is this planet? And I decided then to pick up my astrology book to look at the symbol to find out that this is Neptune. And it's the book is written in German, but I'm not going to read it out loud. I just wanted to know what planet this was. So Neptune in the 5th house. So I'm going to use my iPad to look at this because I don't know anything about astrology. So Neptune in the 5th house. The placement indicates that dreams, fantasy, and penchant for the ethereal profoundly influences these life areas. Individuals with Neptune in the 5th house are often exceptionally creative and strongly inclined towards artistry or music. So then I want to look at Neptune. Neptune is the planet of inspiration. And nope. Yes, so I was talking about that maybe, now I remember. In your group, I was talking about that you may bring fantasy words into the real world, like painting something on a canvas that does not exist on Earth, but like on a fantasy place. I don't know exactly how I would describe that. Now what and then here I'm going to look at what Neptune means. That Neptune is the planet of inspiration. So you may feel inspired to make music that transports you into a fantasy world, or make art where you paint a scenery that is out of this world, that it does not exist here, instead of painting like nature how it really is. You go ham and paint something that could not exist in real life. So bringing like the fantasy into the real world by using art. And it reminded me, I don't know when I'm going to pick up the iPad again, because it reminded me of this virtual idol group, Growth, from Japan. I will be showing it to you, because their songs that even though I don't understand a lot of Japanese, their songs, whenever I listened to them, I felt like I was being transported into a fantasy world. And maybe you are someone that can do this too, with your art, your books, your music, your paintings. Transport someone into a fantasy world. That's what I was trying to explain with having Neptune in the 5th house. Maybe it's something that you want to do. Maybe this is your inspiration, or you have done this before and you stopped doing it, and now it's coming up for you to remember it again. And I think now I'm picking up the iPad to look for this group, so that you can look into them, maybe listen to some of the songs, and maybe try to understand why I was talking about that you are being transported into a different fantasy world. So this is a Tsuki Pro Growth, and you can just listen into some of their songs, and maybe you understand why I was talking that you are being transported into a different world. So I'm not sure, I'm probably talking still about the 5th house in Neptune. I'm just waiting now for me to talk about the dragonfly and the dolphin. Yeah, something about you. You have the choice to do what you want. You don't have to. Now the dragonfly, because pie number 1 got this too. The dragonfly is about transformation and change. The dragonfly can adapt to changes, because the dragonfly transforms 4 times in the life. So you too are going to be able to adapt to changes. You are going to transform as well throughout the month of April. And probably explaining what this is, probably talking also about the other group. Now the dolphin is a playful spirit animal, and pie number 2 got this one as well. And the dolphin talks about peace and harmony, but also wisdom. that the dolphin is going to be guiding you to help you find your true self again, to reconnect yourself to your true self, and also move through complex situation with wisdom, and guiding you with wisdom and playfulness, I think, was it? So you have the wisdom within yourself to navigate through those situations as well. And I don't know if I was talking about imagining right now, but imagine the life that you want to live. How do you want to live? Who are you in that life? And now I'm pointing at the owl, because I call you owls because you have wisdom within yourself, and you know how to navigate through life and fix yourself in a way. Then now imagine the life that you want to live. How does it look like? What are you going to do in that life? Who are you in that life? What are your how do you react to some things? There are parts of our character we cannot change, but we can still change how we react to certain things. And now your charm part is over, and I'm picking up the general affirmation deck. This has it has a funny way of it's a funny affirmation deck. You can use this either to help you navigate through the month of April, or just to have a little laugh with myself now, because it does have a kind of humor that not everyone has. So we got your 2 cards, and one is peacefulness. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it, and I can get my security deposit back. So you can use the affirmations throughout the month to help you navigate through it, or just for fun. Trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end. Partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. I love this deck so much. It's so funny. And this deck too is the same as the general one, just for work and school related stuff. It also has the same type of humor, so we are going to be laughing too. Like the other deck, you can use this as you can use the affirmations to help you navigate through the month, or you can just use it as something fun to end up the reading on a light-hearted note. And you got 1 card that pile number 1 and 2 also got a balance. Burning the candle at both ends, that might give you double the ambience and twice this kind of yang. But you can't keep up that kind of energy evaporation forever. This card is reminding you to sprinkle some balance into your work-life recipe. When's the last time you ate a good meal, spent time with old friends, set foot outside? If you're working so hard your tank is empty, then you're not really doing your job any favors. So take a moment to stop and smell that yang. I hope I pronounced it correctly. But your full-time sanity will thank you. Next one is decisiveness. I go with my gut, and when faced with decisions, I make my choices quickly and confidently. I trust my experience and skill, and I will boldly and proudly go anywhere they lead me. And then there is a small thing, except IKEA on a Saturday. Come on, guys. And I found it really, really funny, because IKEA on a Saturday, oof. Moreover, IKEA is a labyrinth on itself. Then we have ego. When my selfish ego rears its ugly, screaming little head, I calmly toss it a Xanax and ask it to leave me alone. I'm a big generous person, and in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter if someone else gets credit for my idea, because at the end of the day, when you really stop and think about it, the idea might end up being bad and they'll have to take the fall. So there. So yeah, don't be sad if someone takes up your idea. Maybe the idea was bad and they are going to take the fall and not you. Just to have a little bit more positivity. Then last one, enthusiasm, pile number 2. Also got this card. When I have to make a what am I saying? Okay, when I have to make a spreadsheet, sit in a long meeting with no coffee or do anything else I don't like, I dig deep and find a way to be enthusiastic about it. The difference between having to do something and getting to do it is all in my perspective, which means I suppose that I have to adopt a positive outlook. Damn it! So, pile number 3, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that you liked it. I'm so sorry that I had to voice over it. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I wish you a beautiful month ahead, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye!